Hello everyone and welcome to the Medieval Ages. My name is AlzaboHD, and in today's video we are going to take a deep dive into the strongest and most interesting counts to play in Crusader Kings 3. These competent counts have more than what it takes to rise the ranks, and make for fun campaigns to forge alternative history. It's time to get started with the top 10 rulers that you can count upon. Rating his way onto number 10 on our list is Chieftain Harald Fairhair of Vestfold in the 867 starting date. Mr. Fairhair is by far the strongest count-level ruler in all of Scandinavia, possessing one of the largest stat spreads in game, along with a sizable 800 levies from his 2 holdings at campaign start. If you're interested in raiding and pillaging booty, Harald's your man, but on the topic of booty, you should have Harald divorce his wife immediately. This is because he has the rare and genetically inheritable quick trait, and, when paired with a proper intellectual giantess, allows you to jumpstart your Viking dynasty with the best genetic traits in the game. Whether you're looking to become the King of the North or just want to sacrifice heathens to Odin, Harald's a great choice, and as a Nordic tribal leader he can further make use of unique casus bellis that include taking captives and invading kingdom-level titles. With his central position in Scandinavia, he's also quite capable of taking the Norse holy sites and launching the reformation of the Asatru faith. Up next on our list of strongest starting counts is Sheikh alKhattab of Got in the 867 starting date. While at first the Saharan desert might not seem the most obvious choice for an ideal start, alKhattab's 5 holdings boast more than 1,300 levies, and already contain the territory needed to form the Duchy of Fezzan at campaign start. On top of this, your primary holding is also the de jure capital of the Kingdom of Sahara, but you're gonna need some money to form the title. Luckily for you, the desert is a profitable place, and, much like the economy of modern-day Libya, your primary source of income will be human trafficking. To that end, you should use your tribal start to pillage neighboring holdings and ransom off the prisoners you kidnap to make some serious dosh. alKhattab also starts off with the unique Ibadi faith, so if you're looking for a third way to reform the Ummah, as a tribal warlord, the Count of Got has got your back. Before we cover our next character, I'd like to ask you a favor and consider subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying the content. It's a free and easy way to support AlzaboHD, and my AI algorithm overlord will be most grateful. With that shameless plug out of the way, let's return to the content. Privyet Tavarish, and welcome to the court of Count Rodoslav at number 8 on our list of competent counts. If you're looking to go where Novgorod has gone before, you should seriously consider a campaign as this 1-year-old, 1-county prince in the 1066 starting date. Unlike previous rulers, Rodoslav belongs to the famous Rurikid dynasty, and is in line to inherit his father's title to the Kingdom of Novgorod. But obtaining the title is not so simple. Your realm succession is dictated by confederate partition, effectively meaning that any future spawn your mother pops out will be in line to share your inheritance. Since you're a child, you can't murder your father yet, and given your age, you're largely helpless until reaching the medieval age of consent. If you're lucky, you might just inherit the entire kingdom, transforming your one-holding count into a toddler king that can go on to unite the Russian Empire. Do you prefer Crusader Queens in lieu of Crusader Kings? If so, Daramba of Kano in the 867 starting date is an excellent chiefess candidate for your next campaign at number 7 on our list. Daramba is a deceptively powerful character, with well-balanced attributes and the ability to benefit from unique events. You can use her to change the course of her story, opting to follow an event chain and institute female-only inheritance throughout the realm, vastly empowering the female position in a time of medieval mansplaining. Daramba is also in an excellent position to reform the Bori religion, allowing you to custom create a faith and choose all of the best tenets and doctrines. In my campaign, I opted to establish the Hassa matriarchy, enslaving all men in the process and ensuring that all of my vassals and council were women. In our attempt to crush the patriarchy, we resorted to abducting the kings and heirs of foreign kingdoms, forcibly converting them to our matriarchal religion, and returning them to their court to bring about our message of peace and equality. Players interested in Iron Man campaigns will further benefit from the Mother of Us All achievement, which requires you to start as Daramba, reform the Bori faith, and spread about the new religion to all provinces in Africa. Once my campaign as this woman-only challenge is completed, I will upload it on the channel, and it will appear as a card at the top right of your screen. Claiming his way up the list at number 6 is Count Adelhart of Ravensburg in the 867 starting date. This Franconian cultured Catholic count begins his campaign with a mere 2 holdings and laughably small levies, so what's the catch? Well, for starters, Adelhart possesses unpressed claims over not 1 but 3 separate kingdoms, including Italy and West and East Francia. But claiming these thrones and obtaining his full potential is Adelhart indeed, requiring you to find allies and consolidate your position before enforcing your claims. Personally, I'd recommend working your way up to Duke of Augsburg or Swabia before marrying off your siblings and daughters to form alliances. If executed correctly, this allows you to skip the feudal waiting line and coronate your count as Emperor of all of Central Europe. But be warned that the campaign itself is punishingly difficult, and when Adelhart dies, you'll lose the claims forever. Emerging from historic obscurity is Humay of Bilma at number 5 on the list. For reasons yet unknown to yours truly, this seemingly random 2-holding count starts his campaign with 4,600 levies, 3,600 of which are special units and upkeep free. Given the weakness of your neighbors, you can use Humay's Space Marines to bless the pain down in Africa, and quickly conquer and usurp any duchy or kingdom of your choice. And speaking of kingdoms, you start with a claim on the High Chiefdom of Canaan, an easy-peasy day 1 conquest that you can claim at the start of your campaign. You don't have to think about human trafficking either, because your army is free to play and it's Boko Haram to question how these soldiers are compensated. To make things even more interesting, these event troops are inherited on succession, allowing Humay's dynasty to benefit from generations of unpaid infantry. Given his young age and unmatched military power, Humay is an excellent choice for Iron Man players interested in obtaining the Rags to Riches achievement, which challenges you to work your way up to Emperor from a count level start. And speaking of special event troops, Thakur Vijabahu of Rohana soldiers his way onto number 4 on our list of most calculated counts. This unpronounceable string of Sri Lankan consonants starts in 1066 with 4,300 special event troops on top of his 400-strong levies, leveraging nearly 5,000 soldiers at campaign start. Vijabahu begins his campaign at war with the Tamil kings, and nobody messes with them except you and your vastly superior army. Upon your successful liberation of Sinhalese lands, you can end the war and retake all holdings in Sri Lanka. These consist of 8 counties, 3 duchy-level titles, and even the Kingdom of Sri Lanka, allowing the newly crowned King Vijabahu a springboard to subjugate the subcontinent. And on the topic of subcontinents, the cultures of the Indian region are also quite developed, and Iron Man players interested in obtaining the Beacon of Progress achievement will have an easy time obtaining innovations with the Thakur of Rohana. Walking like an Egyptian onto his way at number 3 on our list is Sheikh Abdul Ad-Majid of Karga in the 1066 starting date. This Egyptian cultured 4-holding count is fiscally responsible and excellent for players interested in making buckets of ducats. In addition to his income surpassing 6 gold a month, Abdul also boasts more than 2,000 levies, allowing him to quickly form the Duchy of Al Said and later overtake the Fatimid Caliphate to unite the Arabian Empire. If you're looking to be in denial and seek a powerful position, the Count of Karga is an excellent choice, and his superior stat spread and huge tracts of land lend to a balanced campaign. Abdul's position in the Nile Delta is also powerful for another reason, aka Egyptian special buildings. 3 of these realm-enhancing holdings are nearby, including the Pyramids of Giza, the University of Cairo, and the Library of Alexandria, all of which provide substantial bonuses and 2 of which are already constructed and ready to conquer. Overpowering his way onto number 2 on our list of superpowered Anglo-Saxons is Earl Alfred of Dorset in the 867 starting date. Alfred is undisputedly the strongest leader of his time, possessing the best stat spread of any character in game and beginning his campaign with the genetically inheritable intelligent trait. While he is technically a count and holds 2 holdings, Alfred is also first in line to inherit his brother's petty kingdom of Wessex and all of its titles, which means you're only a dagger away from owning the plurality of England. But the Danish lords of Scandinavia have other plans for the law of your land, and you'll start off at war against death stacks of overpowered Vikings, so be sure to plan your travels accordingly. Ultimately, Alfred has the potential to change the course of British history, and his powerful genetics allow you to forge a dynastic force to stand the test of time. It's time to cover the most powerful count in Crusader Kings, and, perhaps unsurprisingly to series veterans, the crown remains on the legendary CK2 Count Heinstein of Montagu in the 867 starting date. Count Hasty is by far the best ruler for players interested in speedrunning the game, and can effectively overtake and outright annex any realm within a 1,000 kilometer radius. This balanced ruler starts his campaign with a monstrous 32 commander advantage and over 3,000 event troops, allowing him to declare an invasion on day 1 to usurp his choice of kingdom-level titles. If you're looking to invade kingdoms further away from home, you can also opt to island hop across the Mediterranean, seizing counties by force and obtaining the diplomatic range needed to invade and usurp your way across the Middle East and the Indian subcontinent. But that's only the beginning. Heinstein and his heir also possess the quick genetic trait, allowing you to jumpstart your dynasty and breed a line of powerful progeny to rule your realm of Nordic intellectuals. Keep in mind that any losses of your event troop army will not replenish over time, and that when Heinstein passes into Valhalla, you'll lose out on all remaining special troops as they despawn on secession. Players interested in Iron Man campaigns will further benefit from the Going Places achievement, which requires you to hold a kingdom-level title, an incredibly easy task given Heinstein's power and invasion casus bellis. Before ending the video, I'd like to thank you for watching this far and supporting the YouTube algorithm. If you like Crusader Kings and want more strategy gaming content, I humbly request that you usurp the like button and claim the subscription box. I'm overwhelmed by the amount of support the last CK3 video received, with the inbreeding only challenge surpassing 300,000 views and netting over 5,000 subscribers to the channel. I look forward to making more narrated videos in CK3, and if you're interested in more of this content, stay tuned for later this month. The next video to release will be a 50-minute comprehensive Imperator Rome tutorial guide, so if you're interested in learning how to play this recently improved game, you're in luck. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next video. It's time now to roll the credits.